come out on a rainy day. Those of us who are here are the ones who are meant to be here. And those who are not able to make it, it will be their loss, believe me. So, according to our program, I've been charged with opening prayer and welcoming remarks. This is your brother Imam Al-Hajj Talib Abdul, the Imam of the Mosque of the Islamic Brotherhood here in the village of Talib. And I thought that it would be appropriate by way of an opening prayer to do what's always appropriate for us, and that is to read from the Quran. Reading from the Quran is always appropriate. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Ya ayyuhan nas, قد جاءتكم موعظة من ربكم وشفاء لما في الصدور وهدى ورحمة للمؤمنين قل بفضل الله وبرحمتك فبذلك فليفرحوا هو خير مما تجمعون وصدق الله العظيم. So this is from the 10th surah of the Quran, Surah Yunus, 57th and a little bit of the 58th verse. O mankind, there has come to you an instruction from your Lord, a cure for whatever is in your heart, meaning whatever disease is in your heart, a guidance and a blessing for the true believer. Say, it is the grace and mercy of Allah. So let the people rejoice over it, for it is better than the worldly riches they are collecting. And so we thank Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, glorified and exalted. And I'm sorry, just one more thing, let me just repeat Brother Ali's request and ask those of you who are seated on the side to come in the middle. One of the dynamics of having small crowds is you concentrate people on one end. You don't let them spread out. That's how this works. So once again, how many of you here live in Harlem or located in Harlem? Show of hands. That's good. That's about half. So let me just say in general, welcome to Harlem. Those of you who live here, be at home. Everyone be at home. Harlem is the world's most famous African village. Several years ago, I was in the country of Tanzania, actually for an AIDS conference, International Muslim AIDS Conference. And we attended a Juma service there, Friday worship, prayer for the Muslims. And at the end of the Juma service, the Imam brought up several of us who were imams from different countries. And he had us stand before the congregation. I understand it was like an average Juma crowd at this mosque, which is about between 2,500 and 30,000 people. And he had us to introduce ourselves and say where we were from. So, brother from Nigeria, he got up, brother from Pakistan, he got from Pakistan, everybody's like, so when I got up and said my name, and said that I was from Harlem in New York, the masjid erupted. Allahu Akbar! I was the only one that got that response. And I said, well, yeah, I guess they heard of Harlem, even over here. So, like I said, and as I tease some of our fellow imams, if I said Brooklyn, I wouldn't have got that response. Imam said, if I said I was from Queens, I wouldn't have gotten that response. Imam Bilal. Only Harlem gets that response. So again, welcome to Harlem. And welcome to this wonderful event, important event. And of course, the title of it is Healing the Human Spirit. Now, I have to tease the hard-working people who helped put this together, because when I saw the title, Healing the Human Spirit, I said to myself, well, what other kind of spirit is there other than the human spirit? And then somebody reminded me that Pope Francis, the current vicar of the Catholic Church, said that when people die and go to heaven, that they'll be there with their pets, he said. So I said, well, I've read a lot of scripture. I haven't read about cats and dogs being in heaven yet, but maybe you know something I don't know. But as far as we who are Muslims are concerned, the Holy Spirit is the human spirit. And so the brothers and sisters from Military Islami, and from the Mayor's Office, and all of the other sponsoring organizations have worked very hard for several weeks in order to organize the presentations that we're going to be partaking of today. So please relax, be at home, be at ease in your spirit. We hope that you brought an open mind, because by the time we conclude at the end of our program, we hope that we will all leave here a degree, at least, more enlightened than we were when we came to it. So having said that, I'm sorry, one last thing. I read the verse that I read that describes the Quran as a healing and a mercy from believers, in order to remind us that that which brings us here today, health, mental health, psycho-spiritual health, and treating the diseases and disorders of the nafs, of the spirit, this is definitely part of the Islamic tradition. This is definitely part of Islamic belief and practice. Just last night, to be honest, I was reading the history of the modern hospital system in the West. And what I found was that the modern hospital system, as it exists in the West, really finds its roots in the Islamic world. That in Islamic culture, in Islamic civilization, in Spain and other places, it was the Muslims who began to, gather people together and centralize, decompartmentalize areas for the treatments of various ailments. So we are all here today in that tradition, and we ask Allah to bless this gathering. And so having said that, let us now move to, now that you've been welcomed to the village, now we'll have a formal welcoming to the event from the mayor's office, and we're going to ask Sister Farah and Sister Ghanem to come forward and offer that welcome and to introduce our first speaker, Shukran Salam.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Farah Amjad. I'm a fellow in the New York City Mayor's Community Affairs Unit, and I work on Muslim engagement.
Assalamu alaikum, everyone. My name is Vivian Kaur. I'm a community organizer with Thrive NYC engagement team. My role at Thrive NYC is to create space for conversations around mental health and substance misuse. We will go deeper into Thrive NYC during the program. We want you to leave this space knowing exactly what Thrive NYC and Ansar Al-Tawabin are.
First, we just want to thank you all for coming out today on a rainy day. And thank you, Imam Talib, for the opening prayer.
Today's event, Healing the Human Spirit, Muslim Approaches to Substance Misuse and Recovery, have been the fruit of months of thinking and bouncing ideas back and forth and trying to channel that creative energy into this essential event. It was all done with teamwork between the Mayor's Office and Ansar Al-Tawabin, the Military Islamic chapter of that's located at the Mosque of Islamic Brotherhood.
This event is special for many reasons, but particularly it is an example of a unique and innovative partnership between city government and the community to start a conversation that has yet to happen at a scale that we will be having today.
Today, we will not only have a conversation about substance misuse in the Muslim community, but also highlight the amazing work that's been done to address the issues at hand and identify what we need to do next.
So before we begin our program, we want to acknowledge our partners, including the Center for Faith and Community Partnerships at the Mayor's Office, Muslims Thrive, and the Muslim Community Network. The support of these organizations was critical in pulling this event together.
Now we want to turn it over to someone who first introduced us to this chapter of Military Islami, without whom we would not have conceived the idea of this event. Dr. Sarah Saeed, a senior advisor at the New York City Mayor's Community Affairs Unit. We'd like Dr. Saeed to give a few welcoming remarks.
Assalamu alaikum, greetings of peace, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out. My work in the Mayor's Office is to strengthen relationships between Muslim New Yorkers and the administration as a whole. And one of our key initiatives launched by the Mayor and really it's the First Lady's playing such an instrumental key role. It's really for vision to help New Yorkers thrive and create a culture where we can all be much more supportive of one another, reduce the stigma around mental illness, issues of addiction and recovery. So you are all part of that sea change happening in New York City. You are going to be helping, and you're helping right now to change the culture of the city and change the culture of Muslim communities in New York. I really want to thank all of our partners today, Ansar Al-Tawabin, the Mosque of Islamic Brotherhood, for your work that you do every day on the ground, taking care of New York communities. Also want to thank my colleagues in the Community Affairs Unit, and special thanks to Farah and Gagan for your hard work to really help, put this program together. I'm really looking forward to a wonderful discussion, and I want to welcome you again and thank you so much for coming.
So now we're going to get started with the first segment, which is, so before we do that, I'm going to introduce the two individuals who will be taking care of that segment. I'm introducing Brother Jawad and Brother Abdul Wakil, who are the regional chairpersons and co-chairs of the Military Islamic chapter in New York. Brother Jawad is an imam and chaplain at the Office of Children and Family Services at Ella McQueen Reception Center for Boys and Girls. He's a regional imam in New York and an assistant imam at Mosque of Islamic Brotherhood. He is a retired employee of the Department of Sanitation. He's a graduate of Big Brothers and Sisters in New York Elementary School. And he's also a recovery coach. And then Brother Abdul Wakil is a New York regional chairperson for Military Islami, a member of the Mosque of Islamic Brotherhood, where he is in charge of maintenance. And he's also a recovery coach. And he is a 25-year member of the employee of the New York City Transit Authority. And I just want to add quick, we could not have done this program with an amazing idea and all the hard work that Brother Jawad and Brother Abdul Wakil are doing every day, but also specifically with this program. I just want to thank you guys publicly now for all your work and just your creativity in putting this program together. And they're going to take it on from here.
Assalamu alaikum. On behalf of the Ansar Tawab in New York City chapter of Al Islami at the Muslim Brotherhood, I want to thank all of y'all, and I thank Allah for guiding all of y'all being safe. I'm the New York City chairperson, regional chairperson for Al Islami. I've been holding that position down for about maybe 5 or 6 years now. I'm just a humble servant trying to fill the shoes of the, in my opinion, 2 great chairpersons that were ahead of me. Brother Jamil, and Brother recognition, may Allah grant him peace in paradise, and Brother Jawad. I love Militant Islami. Militant Islami was what I consider for me the guiding light in leading me to Islam. Because when I first started my recovery process, which with a lot of grace and mercy last Monday, I was 25 years in that process. Militant Islami was in the YWCA right there on 135th Street. And that's the Young Men's Christian Association.
Yeah.
I wasn't a Muslim. I was in recovery. I had a Muslim sponsor though, and he used to take me to this meeting right there on 135th Street, and I saw all these brothers. That was the attraction for me, holding it down. And I remember one day, my bloody mom, Talib, asked him, why is a Muslim program in the Young Men's Christian Association? And when it left there, Talib opened the doors at the Muslim Brotherhood for us to have the meeting there, and we've been having a meeting there since. Jawad and I have been holding it down, keeping the doors open, and doing the best we can, helping believers, brothers and sisters. Over the years, we've had several events, not only in New York, out of New York, dealing with Militant Islami. So I put together some little small presentations of the history of Militant Islami events. I want to display them, give a little short history. That's a Maryland trip that we went on with one of the founders of Militant Islami, Imam Mufti. Alhamdulillah, he's in our presence today. That's the Boston chapter of Militant Islami with Sister Hafiza. And periodically, she called us to come up to Boston and get on her radio station in Boston and discuss Militant Islami. That was in 2012. I forget what anniversary was. That was the our first Militant Islami convention in Atlanta, Georgia. You see here, that's Imam Bao, that's Sister Sybil, who sends her regards. Who sends her regards. Who sends her regards. That she couldn't be here, but that's one of the co-founders of Militant Islami also. I was at the Atlanta convention also. I believe that was a brother that heard we was coming in town, and he just came and maybe got clean that day or took his shot that day. That was the brother there. That's one of the co-founders of Sister Sybil and her daughter, again at that same convention. That's the 22nd or 23rd. We had right here in the Harlem State Office building. We had Congressman Charles Randall as our guest speaker that day. That was at the same event with Imam Mufti, his wife, Sister Sybil, Jawad, and myself. And that's at the same one. It's one of the brothers holding it down in Atlanta. I thank Allah for him coming up, Brother Niles Akbar. That's just the banner from that event. That's also at that event. That's also at that event. That's again in Boston with Sister Hafiza on the radio station, Brother Jawad, Brother Khalil, and myself. That's an event we had at the masjid, similar to this. We had a panel of religious leaders. As you see in the picture, we have Imam Tyler, I believe that was Reverend Ratcliffe, and the bishop, I can't remember his name. And I was a panel of persons that was in recovery from different recovery organizations that's speaking on the panel. Okay, and with that, I'd just like to say welcome again for coming. Assalamu alaikum. With that, I want to bring up Brother Jawad.
أشهد أن لا إله إلا الله محمد رسول الله. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam is a servant and messenger. I want to say for all of you, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. I want to thank you, all the organizers of this. Dua killing myself, and I'm going to publicly, openly say to the sisters, thanks for dealing with me, because sometimes I can be harsh, but it was a learning experience for me, okay, for all of us, really. And I want to read something. I want to read Yusuf Ali transliteration and commentary from the Bani Israel, or the children of Israel. I'll read a summary. It says the spiritual experience of men of Allah, God, are given in order that Allah, God's signs may be made clear to men. Man is misled into evil and must be guided to a sense of personal responsibility. And you can look that up. Surah 17 from ayats 1 to 22. It says, our service to Allah God is shown in our human relations, goodness to parents and kinsmen, strangers and want, as well as kindness to children, purity in sexual relations, justice and respect for human life, protection of orphans, probity, meaning honor and decency, and all dealing and avoidance. So, and what I want to read here again is commentary. It says of the Bani Israel, children of Israel. It is the privilege of men of God to see the sublimeness, this means the awe-inspiring, beautiful, uplifting, mysterious mysteries of the spiritual world instruct men in righteousness. They warn and shield men against evil, and nothing can lessen each soul's personal responsibility for his own deeds. It carries a faith around its own neck. God's gift are for all, but not all receive the same gift. Nor are gifts of equal dignity or excellence. Right? And I want to segue into what is military Islam. And it says, what is military Islam? Military Islam is a fellowship of men and women joined together on the path of peace. We share our experience, strength, and hope while recovering from our addiction to mind and moving on to the kingdom. We look to Allah, God, to guide us on military Islam. That is the path of peace. While recovering, we strive to be rightly guided Muslims, submitting our will to the will and service of Allah. We begin the submitting process through the practice of al-Islam, peaceful submission to the will of Allah in our daily lives. Islam tells us that the status of man in this world is that of an abd, slave of servant. We know that we must learn to be slaves of servants only to Allah, and not slaves to mind and mood altering chemicals. We must also learn to be not to be slaves to people, places, and things, and emotions. Allah tells us that man is Khalifa, agents or inheritors of the earth. This means that Allah has entrusted us as human beings with custodianship of His creation. Our own bodies, minds, and souls truly belong to Allah. They are only entrusted to us for a time. We are charged with their care while we have them in our possession. And I'm going to say, Surah Al-An'am or cattle. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. It is He who hath made you His agents, inheritors of the earth. He hath raised you in ranks, some above others, that He may try you in the gift He hath given you. For thy Lord is quick in punishment, yet He is indeed all forgiving, most merciful. Our goal is to emerge successfully from this test called life, as prescribed by Allah. To win His pleasure and reward is our ultimate human objective. May we accomplish sobriety, success, and peace of mind on Military Islami. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Though those who say our Lord is Allah and afterward are upright, angels descend upon them, saying, fear not nor grieve, but hear good tidings of the paradise which you are promised. That's in Surah Hamim, Surah 41, Ayah 30. Hamim also means Sajda of Salah. And then again, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. I created jinn and humankind only that they may worship me. That's in Surah Zariyat, or the winds that scatter. And I gave you a look into what we of Military Islami do and how we support one another. Because right about now, Muslim imams, I'm not saying all of them, but most of them is in denial about common use, the opiate use, all right? Opiate use, the drug use in the community. And most of the Muslims in all other kind of organizations. But we have our own Military Islami, where you can come with your brothers and sisters, where we, cover each other's faults. Instead of you being in a circle that's secular, that's atheist, that's nothingness. But they're still there striving to recover. And we have to respect that. But you can come to your own now and be with your brothers when the shayateen or the shaitan assails you, the demons or shaitan assails you, you can dialogue or verbalize with us and ask, how do you fight the jihad of the demons and Satan? Okay? Vikr, we have the Vikr beads, Sabia, beads, right? We know about praying together. We know about verbalizing and letting one another know what demon is assailing you. See, and we have to stop segregating our religion. Because Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam says, we are one ummah. And one for your brother and your sister, which you want for yourself, which is good from Allah. So we have to do that. See, so this is why I understand the therapeutic value. See, this is an old idea. It's in our Quran. Yeah, when the streets was running, when he said no more comedy, what the Sahabas, the companions did. Huh? They poured it in the street, throw it out. You understand? So this is not new. This is an old, they said, let me stop and come back from our book. You know, while getting ready to go. Let me back up. Okay. It said the therapeutic value, the guidance, the purpose, and the therapeutic value of one recovering person is found in the Quran. And here it is. Awesome. Or time through the ages. Huh? What it says? Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. By the token of time through the ages, truly man is in loss, except those that have faith and do good deeds. And join together in the mutual teaching of truth and of patience and constancy. Huh? That's in the Quran, Surah 103. And again, see, because this is the dalil that's backing up to what we're doing. So when somebody try to say this is a bid'ah, a bit of what? You a bit of brother? What are you? A bit of sister? No. This is from Allah. This is what Allah say do. This is not me, Jawad. This is from our book, our principles. You know, and then it says, and they are, there you go, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. And they may spring from you a nation who invites to goodness and enjoin right conduct and forbid indecency. Such are those who are successful. That's Ali Imran, or the family. Surah 3, 104. And the supreme object of love is Allah. The supreme. You understand? It said to reach him is the goal of human beings. Doesn't it say the Muslim? You heard what it said? Human being, humanity. You understand? It said Al-Islam is the straightest and shortest route to Allah. So we, the people of military Islam, the path of peace, are friends of one another, helping one another to reach our goal. We have genuine compassion for one another. Not no synthetic stuff. We're going to bring you the truth, the haq, Allah's haq, and what he prescribed for us to do to please him. No, not ourselves, to him. Because that's the ultimate return. That's where I want to go. I don't want to go to Jannah. I don't want to go to hell. I want to go back to Allah. And it says, guided by belief and submission to one God, Allah. All that we do is in service to him and not for any personal consideration. May Allah blot out our sins, grant us forgiveness, have mercy on us as we share in the recovery process. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to be finished. See, because a lot of people don't know our structure. I know what we're trying to do in the Ummah, as in the whole world. See, because when Allah saved me, he charged me to give back. And that's what I'm trying to do wholeheartedly. Sometimes I can get emotional. You know, they gave me the name Al-Haj Tawada Blue, the open mind, compassionate, gifted. I choose to be the slave servant of the most loving, affectionate God. But sometimes people don't understand through my love. I can give you harsh love and I can give you good love. But it's all love. It's all love. Because maybe when I be harsh with you, because I want you to try to listen, to permeate your mind. You understand? But it's still love. I still love you, my brother and sister. That's why a lot of people don't, man, I'm not dealing with boys, bar coming out here. Dealing with that. But don't, you know, no, I ain't got nothing but love. I'm trying to live my attitude. You know? And I, you know, it says, Surah Ikhlas explained the Islamic principle of Tawheed. The Tawhid is the principle of Allah, divine unity of oneness. Without his presence of being, no one or no other thing could exist. We exist only through his divine will. You know, I'm coming to understand that. I'm developing, I'm growing. You understand? And I want to keep growing in this thing, and I want to carry the Sunnah forward. You know, I have found a purpose. I have a mission. My purpose. I have found it. Going to the penitentiary with the kids too. I got from 1 year to 25 to life. 11 to 17 years old. Still bringing them hope when they see total darkness. A lot of them are from drug users, gangs, all of that. You know, and I'm gonna say this. And they say, Al-Islam, however, we take faith as a step further than mere lip service. This is an action step. The action step is now time to further the monumental by putting faith in motion. Al-Islam, Malati Islam, we have principles of belief which are demonstrated through action. They are, see, this is the difference between us and the other fellowship, in a sense. Okay? And see, because Malati Islamic is a religious specific Islamic treatment program. But all are welcome. Everybody can come. It's open to the whole of humanity. But like they have their principles, we have ours. We adhere to their principles, so you adhere to ours, like you're in our house. You understand? Allah's house. Okay? That's what I meant by that. And they are the 5 pillars which Al-Islam and Malati Islam have built. The 5 pillars or principles of Al-Islam are our Islamic form of worship. And we say what? What are they? Shahada. I bear witness that there is no God but Allah. I bear witness Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam is the last messenger. Salah. Right? For those that don't know, it's an obligatory form of worship on every adult Muslim. We offer salah, ready to cleanse and free ourselves from the effects of a diseased heart. All right? When Allah commanded obligatory prayers to be established, He stated its wisdom in the following way. Prayer prohibits obscenity and evil. Zakah. Zakah is not merely a tax collection from pockets of the people, but its primary purpose is to purify us. Zakah sows seeds of kindness, sympathy, and benevolence. Quran states the following. O prophet, take charity from their property so that it may clean them and purify them. All right. And we said Tawbah. That's Tawbah. That's the Surah Tawbah. Quran 9:1-3. So, I'm going to wrap it up right now. And one more, 2 more. Saum. Fasting during the month of Ramadan. During the daylight hours between sunrise and sunset, fasting. Stepping stone to righteousness, right? Then we got Hajj. You make pilgrimage to the first house that was on earth built to worship Allah. I want to thank all my Sahabas, I don't want to call y'all name Ali, all y'all came from Atlanta. And I want to thank all of the Imams with their open mindedness that opened the doors, because nobody wanted to open their doors in New York City but Imam Khalid. At first, he opened up the door. Then the rest followed in suit. You understand? And I'm glad about that. It looked like Allah is opening up the minds of the Imams right now. And we got work to do. We got to go in the Muslim community and start letting them know, listen, open up your doors for the Islamic programs that want to come in and help our brothers and sisters that's trapped off in other places, so we can get them strictly back on the soil. And if I offended anyone here, may you forgive me and may Allah forgive me, because that's not my niyah. My niyah is to bring the message of recovery and to help the holy humanity. So I want to say to my mentors who teach me, T, Imam, T, all of y'all, all of you, keep teaching me. I'm still growing and keep helping me develop. I love all of you for the sake of Allah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We have our books on sale, $15. Who want to buy? Thank you. Oh, sir.
It's okay, Your Honor. It's okay, Your Honor.
Well, it's a process.
It's okay, Your
Forgive me.
Assalamu alaikum. I would like to ask if you would just be so kind as to move up so we can put up the road so there won't be so many empty seats, if you don't mind. Everyone, please.
All right, it was brought to my attention that I need to bring to your attention. I hear no bigger. I said some words, Shaitan, which is Satan, Shayateen, which is the demon, Kamra is intoxicants, all of them. And Sahaba means a companion, and Niyam means my intentions. All right, and I also forgot, and then he forgot, as well as Allah, that Imam Muti is also a co-founder of Ability Islami, and I want to thank Imam Muti for his travel. You understand? Coming all the way from Baltimore here this morning and all that rain and everything that he was. You know, so I'm going to tell you a little bit about Imam Muti. So, cool. All right. We have the keynote speaker, who is Imam Muti Mulazim. Imam Muti Mulazim has been the resident Imam of Masjid al-Inshura since the community began in 1992. In the same year, Muti was blessed to be an integral early member in the founding of Ability Islami, the path of peace, and Islamic treatment for addiction. He traveled with Brother Zayd Imani to help establish the healing modality throughout the United States of America in 1992. He and his wife started Shura Inc., a multi-million-dollar budget agency